The Grammys are known for highlighting the best music of the year, the red carpet fashion, and of course, the show-stopping performances. But this year, the devastation from those wildfires in and around Los Angeles are hanging heavy over the show. So the broadcast will be raising money to support relief efforts. And we're getting a first look at the stage inside the Crypto.com arena there in LA. There it is. Sunday will be a busy night celebrating a big year in music. And we brought in an expert to tell us what we can expect on Sunday. Willman is the senior music writer and chief music critic for Variety. Beyoncé's up for an award that she's been up for previously and never won, Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. What's your prediction?
Yeah, I think Beyonce is going to get it this year.
You do?
I could have lost money saying that the previous 4 times, but I really believe it's going to happen this time. It's not a certainty by any means, but I think there's that combination of the factor of she's overdue, which has not helped her before, but also I think Cowboy Carter, which was sort of her version of a country album, made a cultural statement about, Black influence on country music. And, that's the kind of statement that the Recording Academy loves to reward. It's not just an album of random songs, but it's kind of a concept album. And so there's some tough competition. I think Billie Eilish and Chappell Roan have shots at it too, but I really do believe it's going to be Beyonce finally this time.
All right. Well, the Beehive will be happy to hear that from you. You mentioned some of the other artists up. We saw a bit of a highlight reel. What are some of your other predictions?
Okay, for Record of the Year and Song of the Year, those tend to overlap. I think those might split this year. I've predicted Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, for Record of the Year, and Billie Eilish for Song of the Year. But I wavered. I almost picked Billie Eilish for both because she's such a Grammy favorite. And still, in her early, mid-20s, she's such a Grammy veteran. And I think kind of older, traditional voters kind of love her too because she's a very traditional vocalist in some ways, even though the kids love her. And so I think it's going to be Kendrick, though, even though there's only been a hip hop record of the year once before. So there's not a lot of precedent for that. But I'm sort of boldly going out on that limb and saying Kendrick has it.
Yeah, and what Kendrick has done in the past year with Not Like Us really is unprecedented. And we know the Grammys does take note from structure, but also what it means culturally. What about the performances? I'm always stunned to watch live Grammy performances because they're specifically trying to perform well in front of other incredible performers. What are you looking forward to?
I think Chappell Roan, who we didn't speak of, but she is, I think, the shoe-in for Best New Artist. I think there's a remote chance that Chappell could run the board and get all 4 top awards, which has only happened a couple of times in history.
Wow.
Probably not going to happen, but she's definitely going to win Best New Artist. And she's done so few television performances that I think there's room for her to move in and kind of cement that superstardom she's cultivated over the last year. So that's kind of the one I'm most looking forward to. And then there are some kind of all-star performances where we don't always know which artist they've announced is with which performance, but there's a Quincy Jones tribute that is going to be sort of the main in memoriam. And then there's a tribute to the spirit of Los Angeles because of the fires. That's kind of a nebulous concept. So, but I'm certainly curious to see how they pull that off because, they really put out there that this is, we're not ignoring the fires. We're not ignoring the victims. We're going forward to heal and to raise money. And so there's a delicate balance they have to strike there where, especially if they conceptualize this performance somehow to make it ring home so it doesn't seem like they just kind of opportunistically rolled forward without thinking about what's just happened.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see that because without a doubt, there'll be a level of emotion and personal perspective from whoever performs, no matter what. Willman, great to get your picks and insight and predictions on this Friday. Please enjoy your weekend. And everyone, you can watch the Grammys on CBS or streaming on Paramount Plus Sunday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.